Okay, perfect.
Very nice, right? Okay.
Very nice. Really good to go deep in. Best room.
I don't know.
Good work.
Fuck, wait, let me give me a second. The problem is there's no... Can I move this fucking shit? I can't even move this. Okay.
Nope. Wait. This is a button.
How do I make the
That's
camera?
weird. Okay.
Give me a second.
It's just this square room. That's interesting.
Okay. Wait, what the fuck? How do I lock the camera in a spot?
What's that?
How do I...
To get it to like stay in one spot so it doesn't follow you.
Yeah.
In the top right, you can hit the yellow button, or maybe it's your left because you're looking at it the opposite way. It's the yellow button. You hit the yellow button and it'll stay in this play space. Well, it'll stay in its spot and you can move the camera then. And then the lens
There you
will
go.
stay there. Yeah, I have to use these stupid pieces of shit all the time, so.
I understand. Okay, this is a bit far though, that's the problem.
Yeah, it will be. Do you have a better place for this?
No, this is a good room.
Alright, understand. Got you. Oh, shit.
If anything, I'll just have camera directed at you and that's it.
Alright.
Now I don't fucking understand. Okay.
Let me actually grab a real chair so I don't gotta use the glitch or use the movement stuff.
So
I
weird
can
part.
actually sit down.
Can you actually sit on this?
You can. Full body's super broken with chairs. So it's better to improvise.
Oh, that's true.
Oh shit. I don't know.
Like, I would like something like this, but it's just like weird. Then I had to just fucking stand. Okay, that's fine. Oh, bae. Oh, boy. I'm sorry, I should have prepared better for this, but fuck it.
You're fine. I got
fuck
nothing
around.
to do today. Yep.
Okay, that works. Oh boy, it's gonna be so fucking bad. Wait, like, what the fuck is this?
I don't know. I think a better room, even for the joke, might be worth it. But like, I don't know if you have time. Like, it doesn't matter, honestly.
What do you mean doesn't matter? Of course it matters, dude.
No, I'm okay. I mean, like, if you don't want to look for another, like, place right now, you had this in mind, so...
I mean... That works.
It works.
Wait.
Look, yeah, it's...
all this needs is some fucking drinks. And...
Yeah.
you're getting a... This looks so fucking bad. Wait.
Wait.
Fuck, I'm losing tracking. Wait. It's just a bottle, guys. Relax.
Best show, best podcast.
Okay, shut up. The thing is, like, I don't want to be squatted. Like, it looks weird when I'm squatted. It's like, what the?
Yeah, and then it looks weird when you're talking like from the like. Honestly, it looked fine with like where you were standing originally and like facing. Like that didn't look too bad.
Well, there?
I'm trying to. No, like where you were whenever you were like jerking off the bottle. It was good there. Like it looked good at least because it was like a side shot from you, like a profile, like. And
Okay,
then
fine.
It was like camera kind of directed at me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Trying to help.
Oh, it's fine. I want like the this is like good, like the this is good like that. All right.
Yeah. No, that's
all right, boys. Where's my? Let me see how it looks on. Yeah. Okay. This is good. All right. All right. All right. I gotta face. Okay, this way because my. Okay, this is good.
Good.
Alright, boys, scuffed version of Going Deep, episode 1 is officially live. Fuck. Okay. Today we have our guest, J4key. Can you not talk in your trap voice anymore now?
Yeah, I can do my normal voice, it's all good.
Yeah, that's good. Perfect. So, J4key, a dancer, a VR chat personality, a member of Kinetic, right? Right.
Right.
A thick bitch. What else? I mean, that's all I know. The rest you will tell us, I guess, right? Okay.
Of course.
So, J4key. I guess obvious questions, right? How old are you? Where you're from?
I'm from the States, and I'm 25. More accurately, I'm in East Coast. So.
Okay, obviously I'm not gonna ask you for your address and stuff like that. We don't want any weird people
nah.
jumping at your house, you know, and stuff like that. But okay, that's good. Oh, dude, this. Okay. I got this, I promise you. Shut the fuck up, right?
Alright.
Okay, so it's actually very simple. No, I got this. Look, so how did you get in VR chat? Let's start with this. You probably been on other podcasts, right? And other people ask you this too, probably, right? So how did you get into VR chat?
So, let's see. I got into VR chat, so I've seen VR chat, and one of the first like introductions that I got to it was through the YouTuber Video Game Donkey. I always watched his content and whatnot.
Very funny
and
guy.
He had he had a VR chat video, and I was like, that shit's funny. What game is this? And so I looked it up and everything, and I refused to play it until I got VR. So, as soon as I got VR, which was about like 4 months ago, maybe about 5 months ago now, I started playing, but I kind of just started off as a mute and whatnot, for like 2 or 3 days. I don't shut the hell up, so it kind of like, it was impossible for me to stay as a mute.
You know what the funny thing is?
No.
Everyone that kind of starts like VR chat, I mean, I'm talking this from my experience too, but when I started out playing VR chat, I mean, I didn't have like a headset and stuff like that, but I mean, I was a mute too. I did not want to talk to people because I felt like a little bit weird talking to them, I guess you could say. Like maybe you had like the same thing, just didn't want to talk to them because you're like a little bit shy maybe, or I don't know, like just talking to random, like especially there's so many people, right? Like randomly just starting talking is like just like a weird thing, right?
It's very overwhelming, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. But the dancing part, right? Like you got into VR chat, okay, that's fine. You got your headset, but how did you get into dancing specifically? Because, I mean, dancing in VR chat, I mean, everyone can just like wail their hands around and stuff like that. But yeah, exactly. So, Jimmy, by the way. But how specifically? Like, how did you get into it, right? Like, what made you do that?
So, I got leg trackers around the end of April. So it was about a month in the VR chat, and I kind of wanted more. So I ended up getting leg trackers, and one of the sole reasons on why I got leg trackers to begin with was because of seeing how they could be used through watching YouTube videos of Forcible, Venerak, and
so you didn't know them already
Whoops,
at the
actually.
time.
I didn't know them. I just knew of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, yeah, because I looked up a lot of VR chat compilation videos and stuff, and I got caught on watching those all the time, and I was like, oh, hey, this is fun. It's like, oh, full body? I was like, what's this all up? Like, what's all this about? So, so I was very interested in getting it, and I saved up the funds to purchase 3 trackers. So, and then that's also the same day I started dancing. I never danced prior to that. It was like a week into leg trackers.
I actually thought that you had some kind of dancing, like you were actually like maybe dancing in the past, because everyone, like including like maybe, I mean, Forcible, and then the new guy, the not even Venerak, right? And then the new guy, not Logic David, I think his name is. They all had like prior dancing experience, right?
Right.
So you wanna tell me you had actually no prior dancing experience whatsoever?
0. I literally started at the end of April, and I've been dancing since.
Wait, like not even like maybe at clubs and stuff like that? I mean, I don't know what kind of person you are, if you go to the clubs or not, whatnot. But...
Nope, nothing. Nah. Literally,
So,
all my time is in VR chat. Is the only dancing I've ever done. I've never done any dancing outside of it.
Did you like maybe look up tutorials or something on YouTube how to dance? No.
Nah. Nothing.
But you do like handstands and stuff. Like, how about that? Are you just like...
I think it's all just about being able to move to the beat, and then the handstand stuff I could do prior to that.
So
like that was just something that like...
That's just something that you're physically able to, right? Like because you've been working out, maybe.
Yeah.
Or something, right? Okay.
Yeah.
It's actually... Dude, I actually thought you... I mean, everyone had like some kind of experience, so I thought that you had some experience too in dancing. This is actually very surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, for somebody that didn't dance, you sure have some good moves. I guess.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, no, I get you.
God damn it, dude. Alright. So, why trap voice though? Like, why specifically you went with the trap? I know you will say like, I mean, there are mutes, there are like, but like, why you specifically and why a trap?
So, I was asked this question beforehand, and I really don't think I have a good reason. I think I can give you what I think might be the reason. In most games, I always play as a female character.
Okay.
I don't really know why, I just always have. So whenever I got into VR chat, being a thick anime waifu was, that's what I wanted to do. And I didn't know if I wanted to be like a mute or something like that and go out, but I kind of wanted the extra challenge to do my best to like adjust my voice so then I could just talk to people like that instead. And it turned out to be a lot more fun because I acted for a couple years in high school, and I wanted to like do that a little bit more too, like outside of that, but I never got to it. So this is kind of like my domain to be a different person, and it's fun to be someone different, I get to be a guy every day, and whenever I go into VR chat, I get to be a girl, so, or as close as one as I can sound like, I guess.
That's true.
So,
have you done, well, you said you had like experience in acting. Have you done like voice acting in past, or this is like something new to you?
This is something new to me as well. There's like voices that I could do, but the girl voice was something that I kind of developed over my time of being in VR chat. It's also one of those things that I don't use unless I'm in VR chat, or if I'm hanging out with people from VR chat, because I've jumped into like Discord parties or like chats and stuff like that, and I'm like, hey guys, what's up? And they're like, wait, who the hell is this person? I was like, oh, I'm sorry, hey, what's up? How's it going, guys? And then they're like, oh, it's J4key.
Jesus, dude, god damn it. Oh
yeah,
boy.
it's a good time.
Let me stretch. Okay, we good. God damn it, Jake. So, that's all good. I mean, the avatar, I mean, we all know who created it, obviously. So it's been helping you out pretty good. Off the chart, I fucking like I saw like some fan arts on Twitter. Somebody was making like somebody made all these characters and the fucking flowers. I said, you remember when you were telling me you were like no flowers?
I know. Don't give me that you know, I knew as soon as I signed up for this, I was like, he's gonna bring up the hat, he's gonna bring up the flowers, he's gonna be like, he's like, you know that flower is working for you now, right? And I'm like, yeah, it is.
Okay.
I love it.
So this is all good, like you've been here. How about how did the whole like the group started, like the dancing group, Kinetic, right? Like how did you was it like some like one person's idea? Like did you join it up maybe, or like how did it happen, like the whole thing?
So I know a bit of it just because like I've heard the others tell the story. So beforehand it was Forcible and Venorak, and they got together through our friend and our video editor Neko Bueno. And he's done like a couple of our videos, like he did the Kinetic intro video, and he's done like a couple of our other little videos that we do, like our projects and stuff. But so Venorak and Forcible were, you know, the dancing duo, and so they ended up, you know, getting quite popular with one another through YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that. And then a part of that, we had N.W.K's, who was a very early member and a friend of theirs as well. This is where it starts, I'm losing it a little bit. Then I'm pretty sure that's when Junkrat Waifu was added as well. I'm trying to go in the order of people who were in the team and how they got into it.
Okay, so quick thing. I thought it was mostly like a dancing group, right? Like a group of people that dances. But I guess it's not just that, right? It's mostly like a group of people, like group of friends, I guess, right? That are just trying to support each other through streaming and stuff like that, I guess.
Yeah, the way that we like to look at it, the original team name was Kinetic Energy. Before we just made it Kinetic, kind of like rolls off the tongue a little bit better. So Kinetic Energy was all about how we can jump in the worlds with one another. Completely unplanned, 100% improvised, and we can have fun, create content, I guess, and interact with one another very naturally. It wasn't really about the dancing part of energy or being kinetic. It was about the flow that we could have of energy bouncing back off one another when interacting with one another. Like a lot of people know, like Forcible and Junkrat's fights, where, you know, they'll get into a world together and then this epic Mortal Kombat fight scene will break out, and, you know, we sell punches, and, you know, and all that's fun, and all that kind of interaction is a good time. And then, you know, some of us dance, and then, you know, we can dance with one another. That adds to it. Just a bunch of different things. We're just a good group of people that it's very easy to interact with one another, and it's very natural. So that's the main reason of the team. So
that's good.
And plus, I mean, everyone but one person has full body tracking. So
that is Junkrat, I'm pretty sure, right? That he doesn't have it.
No, Junkrat has it. NWK's doesn't have it. Yeah.
Okay.
Junkrat does have it.
I don't know the person, unfortunately, but yeah.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so this is all good, like VR chat stuff, right? Like you being like a trap, like doing the girl voice, you know, stuff like that. Here's a question that I got for you that like goes like a little bit into IRL. Have you maybe like used your trap voice by accident during like a day? You work, right? Obviously you work, right? I know that you do.
Yeah, I do.
So have you like was there like a accident where you like accidentally like used your trap voice or something like that during a day?
So this goes into the whole acting part. So the trap character is a completely different personality from me, so it's a little bit harder to slip into, but there have been moments where I have slipped a little bit, and mostly it's like whenever I go to, you know, like the whiny high pitchiness that people will do to imitate a woman's voice or something. Okay. I can't do that anymore. It immediately goes into the trap voice. Okay. So so I can't, like, if I go to make fun of, like, if I'm like mocking someone, I'm like, oh yeah, and it's like, oh shit, okay, wait, never, forget that. And it's like I sound more girly than the person that I was trying to mock or something, and I was like,
it's
so
getting a little bit too
there
real.
have been a few moments. Getting a little bit too real.
Okay. Wait, does your I know this is like, I don't know, like maybe actually it's not too personal, but like does your family know that you're that you're a trap on VR chat?
So about that. No dancing experience prior to this.
Okay.
No being a girl prior to this.
Okay.
I tell my family, and I'm like, hey, you guys are gonna find out, because I have younger siblings. I have 4 younger siblings actually, and all of them love and look up to me and everything like that. So as soon as my brother, who is very into the same kind of stuff I am, found out that I was streaming, he was like, all right, I'm gonna have to tune in for that. And I was like, shit. I was like, now the whole family knows. I was like, now everyone knows. So I went home the one day to visit for my birthday, and my mom's like, hey honey, why can you tell me what you do on Twitch? And I was like, yeah, I guess, because like it really looks like it's kind of, you're gonna have to explain it to me. And I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be awkward. I was like, well, I dance and I'm a woman. Is that okay? And she's like, you're gonna have to give me an example. And I was like, shit. So like, I just showed her like a couple moves. I was like, yeah, do this and that, whatever, like that. And then she's like, no, I want an example of your girl voice. And I was like, all right, this is it. Please don't be disappointed in me. And she just started laughing. She's like, that's hilarious. She's like, I love it.
I mean, you do have a girlfriend, right? I mean,
right, I do.
That I know of. Okay.
Yeah.
And you guys are fine and stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna go into details and stuff, but I mean, she knew about this whole thing too, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, there's a lot that you can get away with in a 6-year relationship. I've been with her for a very long time. And this is something that I told her about. And her response was like, I'm not really too surprised. And I was like, oh.
Wait, why?
I was like, shit. She's a shit talker. I love her though. So there's a reason why we've been together for so long. So
okay, that's good.
We make very good company. You know, we like to take jabs at each other and whatnot. So, but yeah, she's a wonderful person. But
God damn it.
Okay.
Please. Now we're gonna go a little bit maybe into like, so I mean, you've been streaming, right? And you are using your trap voice and you are getting attention from people and stuff like that. Now,
yeah,
we all know that with streaming, like it comes like a little bit like weird, how do I say this? Like attention? Like not all attention is always good, right? And not all attention is always wholesome, right? Sometimes the tensions might be a little bit on the lewd side, right? So my question would be, have you maybe, not naming names, obviously, but have you maybe been contacted by someone saying that they wanted to do some maybe private sessions with them off stream? I don't know.
There have been a few that have expressed interest. I don't think any of them have had the guts to ask me. They've just like, they're like, oh, I love you, yada yada, or they'll be like, oh, hey, I love what you do, thank you so much. It's like, you know, someday I'd like to, you know, get a little one-on-one. And I was like, oh boy, I was like, this is a little awkward. Because there's the people who like, because I always forget, I can go an entire stream now with the trap voice and not realize it, and then end the stream. And there's new people that come and follow me.
That's true. They think that you're a girl.
No
maybe,
idea.
Right?
Yeah, and they get a hold of me and they're like, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful. I love you. Oh my God, your voice is just, you're so cute."
It is believable.
Yada, yada.
That's the thing.
Yeah, it's the problem. It can put me into some awkward situations. So.
Oh man, oh fuck, dude. I mean, I can only imagine, dude. Like somebody's just like, "Oh, can I give me a lap dance?" You're like, eh.
That is like a running meme in our community. Is like, it's forcible. Why you no give lap dance and or no, it's why you no dance anymore, and also can I have a lap dance? That's like is a 2. So and that runs for about everyone. So. Because there's a lot of people who will ask, they're like, hey, I saw you gave this person a lap dance. Could I get one? And then you're like, I don't, you don't just ask, you just receive. That's about it, so. It just kind of happens. Most of the time it's for people that we know and stuff too, or it's for those people that, I like doing it to people who have like a really bad case of like phantom touch. So whenever I'm walking around them, or like if I feel them or anything like that,
a phantom touch. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, they can feel it, you know.
I understand. Yeah,
and it's simulated very well. Yeah, so I like doing it to them. Like they'll mention something like that, and I'm like, and then I'll get up, throw on Pony, and just give them a lap dance. So it's a good time. I usually do lap dances off stream now though, just because it's like most people don't care to like watch one.
Wait,
so.
That's something
or it
that
depends
I
on
didn't
how
know.
lewd it can get.
Wait,
what's that?
Like private sessions for like a group of people is what you're talking about?
Oh, no. What I mean, like if I'm hanging out with a group of friends, like I haven't done one in a while. I did one just the other day, but I don't remember the last time I did one prior to that.
Okay.
And the only reason why I did it was because I was around friends and this person was like freaking out because of full body tracking.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to give her one, and I was like, okay, here, you ready? Plus this is the other thing too. It's a lot easier to give a girl a lap dance because they're not gonna like freak out and like, you know. So it's a lot easier giving a girl one because they're gonna just kind of appreciate it. But like the guys will obsess over it depending on who you're with too. So it's a little different. Plus they knew my friend, so it was kind of funny. Like
the thing is like, if you gave me a lap dance, if anything, I would be just weirded out. Because I know you're a guy, right? And there's like a guy behind that avatar just like trying to twerk his ass or something like that. And that is like a little bit weird, right?
It is weird, and I think that's why I love the trap persona, because it's like you have people that are, I have people in chat who every time I break character, they're like, what? They're like, wait, they're a boy? And then everyone in my chat was gonna be like, oh no, they're a 100% girl, like, or you know, George Foreman grill, real grill right here, and you know, like they'll back up and hold up the trap thing, but most of the time they're like blown away where they're like, wait, this is what I've been fapping to for about a week?
Jesus.
Oof.
The thing is like
like I think that's funny. Like I think I'm like so
gotcha.
Just a piece of shit. Exactly.
Okay. The thing is like I feel like you're like you just mentioned like a moment ago that like sometimes you go like whole stream without like in your just trap voice, and then you just forget that like you haven't even talked, and all these new viewers just think that you're a girl. I think you're doing a good thing with like not trying to make it like 100% like, oh, I'm actually a girl thing, because then you can like just have that line where like you let people understand that like, you know what, like I trap up, but like I'm actually a guy too, so you know, don't cross the line pretty much. Because some people sometimes forget, like they go into their characters way too much, right? Like sometimes it's maybe like some mute streamers, sometimes it's just I don't know, like same as like just our peers, right? They go like too deep into their characters, they kind of like forget themselves into them, right? And maybe sometimes they even disappoint their viewers because of it, because when they break the character, viewers are like, oh, you're like completely different person. So I think like you're doing like a good balance, I guess, where like you're a trap but you're also yourself, so it's like it's working out pretty good.
Yeah, well, I think that's the idea of like being a trap, is that I can be both myself and I can be the girl. So it's like it's a part of the character anyways, me breaking character and me being myself occasionally, but primarily being the girl voice. Most people, know, and the people who don't know, it's like I'm setting up that constant line, like you're saying, like to trap people, like in my own followers, like I'll be talking like this the whole time, and then I'm like, all right guys, I'll see you next time, catch you Monday, and then they're like,
yeah, it's
you know,
it's a good medium, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't want to fool anyone into thinking that I'm just a girl, you know. I feel like that's a lot of trickery, and I don't like that. It's very shady. It's kind of like it's like some mutes that are girls. It's like there are girls, and then there are some that are not, but they're like there's a few that play off that, and it's like nah, I'm a guy, and then you get people that are actually really into that. And then you get those dedicated viewers that are always around and they're like, hey, can you talk in your guy voice instead for a little bit? And I'm like, so it's a good time. It's fun.
It is. Okay, give me a second.
No problem.
I'm losing my fucking shit right now. Forcible exposed? Why? This is porn scene. Somebody's saying. Okay, so Jake, this is the time where you're gonna get up and get naked and show a little bit of yourself. You know, I mean.
Hey, you didn't make it, so I can take these off.
Oh right. Fuck. I need to make a new version. It's my fault, guys. I'm sorry. It's my fault. We can't do that. All right.
Shit.
What? What are you doing?
Messed up. Fuck. Don't worry about it. I think I might be standing from now. I don't know. Oh no, we're good. I can do this. We're good. Boop. Boop. Okay, we're back.
Okay.
Continue.
So, you being like this like chat voice and all that stuff. Did you maybe notice that your, how do I say this so it doesn't, let's say it like this, did you notice that maybe your sexuality like maybe took like a different, I don't know.
So I think it's weird that I think like VR chat has like taken my sexuality places that I didn't know it could go. I mean, I totally identify myself as like straight, but like it's still fun to be a girl. So I don't know if that's really like, because like I'm not into dudes, you know, but it's like it's fun to be a girl. So I guess it's not really like my sexuality, more of like, I don't know, identifying as a different gender, but then being into that gender. But like I myself am male. I like in real life I am a guy and everything. So it you know, I'm comfortable. I'm not gonna say that I'm like stuck as like a different gender or anything like that, or think that I was like born any different. I just, you know, a guy with some interesting quirks, I guess.
Some interests, so. I guess, right? You could say.
Yeah. So.
I mean, there are like, I mean, you can be a straight guy and, you know, be like curious, I guess, right? In a way. I'm not talking about like, oh, I'm curious, I want to suck dick. No, not in that way. I mean, more like, oh, I'm curious about this. I mean, anime titties, you know, that kind of type, right? Even though maybe there's like a guy behind it, because there are people like that pretty much. That, I mean, they got into VR chat and they actually, I don't know, they call themselves VR sexuals. Like that's like the term that we came up with, I guess. It's like VR sexuals. Like you don't really care about who's playing behind the character. You're more into the character itself.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. Which begs the question. I mean, VR chat in general, right? Like, it used to be like something more, I don't know how to say this, like more random and more like chaotic in a way. Yeah, meme-ish, exactly. It was more something where you get on and you would see all these like characters from different games or like cartoons or movies maybe or something like that. But nowadays, it seems like that just like the mainstream, and I'm talking about like through streamers mostly, and like most of the people, it's just mostly about it being lewd, right? More or less.
Right.
More or less. I'm not talking about more, maybe less. But like you can definitely see it too, like through characters, through what people commissioned you usually. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I getcha.
But that's not only it, like this is just like one of them, right? Like there are like other people doing this stuff too, and I mean most of the stuff that we usually see, it's either, you know, just loot stuff. Do you think that maybe I don't know how to say this, but some people are saying that it's getting like a little bit too far, basically, right? And what too far means is what happened with the other game. What's the other game called? Second Life, I'm pretty sure, right? What happened to it? It got banned on Twitch, basically, and you can't stream it anymore. So the question would be, if something like that happened to VR chat, I mean, and in general, do you think like that's the case, that like it's getting like a little bit more looter than it should be? And if something like that happened to VR chat, when it actually gets banned off of Twitch, let's say, what would you do?
So I have.
So starting off with the loot stuff,
Yeah, I know that it has been getting a lot more lewd, and I think if people can keep it, I guess, contained, it'll be like a lot easier to control. But the problem is, it's not the streamers, and it's not like the people hanging out with the streamers, like the followers. It's the people in game that have like naked avatars or things like that come up to you, or it's people yelling profanities and stuff like that. Like it's all the people trying to fuck you over, rather than the people that are in it. I mean, there are people that are very lewd. I mean, even like my dancing is pretty lewd, and it can, you know, like it can get lewd, but it's still just dancing. It's like saying profanities in a song. It's not as bad because it's being used,
it's like art
artistically.
Like, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's like the same thing I think with dancing. You know, it's just all about that person's performance and how they perform, and it's an art. So I think of it like that compared to the people that are like, you know, being overly sexual more than just lewd. And especially streams now, you have to be careful, because if you have an 18 plus stream and you have people in your stream, like your followers and your fan base, that are not 18 plus, that right there I think is the big problem for people and how the game could get banned. Because you have too many people being like, hey, birthday today, I just turned 16, and they're hanging out in an 18 plus stream, and you gotta like ban that person. You gotta be like, nope, out of here. It's like you can't, you know, and that, like, I'm not saying lie about your age or anything like that, but just don't, if it doesn't come up, don't mention it, because you can get yourself banned and you can get the streamer banned, and it's you gotta, like,
you can already
really be careful with that.
You can already mark your stream as like 18 plus, but the problem is, even if you do so,
people just have to hit OK.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, you just have to press OK, right? And another thing is like, what is considered 18 plus, right? Because you could say 18 plus is like porn is considered 18 plus, right? But also, let's say something like dancing, where it involves like, I'm not talking about like straight up like bare breasts or like, you know, other body parts. Like, I mean, you could consider that as an 18 plus too, right? So there's almost like a no line, and we already know that like some people actually got banned for it. I mean, one of your friends, right? He got like banned on like for like 24 hours on like first day.
Oh.
When he saw, you know, this avatar.
Oh yeah, the first day I had this avatar, I did some booty clapping, and the problem with that though was there was a couple other things to it. But I think the problem with that was it was too much, and he didn't have his stream marked as 18 plus. So I think that was like the one of the main things. But he never got a reason to why he was banned, so we just assumed it was because of that.
I mean,
but like he also just takes panty shots all the time, so it's kind of like it's in that gray area where it's like. Yeah,
so he was not completely innocent, basically, is what you're trying to say. Yeah,
especially with a non-18 plus like you know, I think that was the problem.
I feel like a lot of streamers do that, where they just put 18 plus on their stream, not because they're actually doing something. Yeah, no, they actually do it, not because they actually have anything that 18 plus. It's just to avoid some problems from it, right?
I feel like a lot of people do that, especially I think you have to do it with VR chat because you do just get, anime titties in your face all the time.
Exactly. You just go around, and I mean, nowadays creators in general too, they know how to do all this stuff more or less. And when you just go around, you see a lot of avatars that are of questionable. What did you look down?
Oh, I was checking my leg to see if.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just dropped something, so I was like, why did you look at that? Do you want me to? No, okay.
I'll get it.
Yeah. So, what I was saying, the 18 plus stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah. I mean, people going like you said, like taking screenshots and stuff. That's like a little bit weird. Not really weird, but I mean, if you're doing that on stream, obviously it's intended. Let's say, for example, you can get like suspended for sexual content if somebody actually reports you for that. I had like I was like suspended for 24 hours once, and Twitch was, I don't know, I didn't know that they actually do that, but they actually sent me a reasoning for it. They actually sent me what the person that reported me like typed in a thing, and he typed in something where like, you remember that avatar I had with like a skirt that you can pull up, and she had bra underneath it, right? So, I mean, we see bra avatars all the time, like avatars with bras all the time, so it doesn't matter, right?
Or just like bathing suits, it's like it's the same thing, it's very little clothing.
So, what the person said in the report, like the report, like message, it was, he was going around showing his titties to everyone. Like, that was his report thing. Like, we already have avatars that are, like as skimpy as it gets without breaking any rules, I feel like. So yeah, you gotta be careful. It's just people, you just gotta let them know that, like whatever I'm doing, there's actually something underneath. Just shut the fuck up. Which actually answered the next question, which said like, what if like VR chat gets banned, right? Like, what would you do after that? Would you like continue streaming, or would you just be like, fuck all of this shit, I'm just gonna like just go to something else?
Well, I think right now I'm very happy to say that I have a strong, consistent following now, where if I start up a stream, even if I'm not playing VR chat, I get the viewers that are always there to see me, and that's I get my Dracomons, my you know what I mean? I have those consistent viewers, and they're wonderful. They're the people that are always there to see you rather than see you dance or see VR chat or something. So like, I recently started exploring other games because I'm getting close to the point where I could get partnered. It's been about 5 or 6 weeks now in the process. So like, I'm trying to explore more so I can start playing other games, and since I won't have to worry about averages and stuff like that later, but I wanted to see how things would work out. So I started playing Skyrim VR recently, and that's been fun. I've been playing like a psycho destruction magic bitch. That's fun. She's just crazy and laughs as she catches people on fire, and that's a fun character to play and everything, and people enjoy that, and people know I'm having fun, so they're having fun. I played Beat Saber the other day just for fun, because I have it, and I was like, oh yeah, let's play some Beat Saber, because I didn't want to get into Skyrim or something. And that one was fun because I had my webcam on, and I was still talking like this, and everyone was like, why the hell is that voice coming from that body? And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Just like,
I gotta see that.
So it's a good time. But so I'd probably play other games. There's some games that are coming out that I'm looking forward to. I'm always like, Forcible. She just started playing other games, so we do that like on their channel now late at night. Like, we'll play Gang Beasts, or we were playing Grand Theft Auto. We were playing Overwatch yesterday for a bit. So like, we're exploring what paths we can take and what games people are interested. So, you know, I feel like there's a lot of games that are like overly saturated right now, like battle royale games like PUBG and Fortnite and stuff. You know, those aren't really what we're looking for, because if we were to try to get into that, there's already competition that's like way leagues above where we are, you know. So it's like it's about finding kind of like that game that maybe people aren't playing a lot of, and when people see that, they're like, hey, I want to watch this, and that's kind of, you kind of discover like new followers and new viewers and whatnot. That was like Skyrim VR, for instance. I think I'm the biggest Skyrim VR streamer right now. It's like, okay, cool. But you know, you know, people enjoy that, and there's surprisingly there's not a lot of content for like Skyrim VR either on like YouTube and stuff. So once I start doing videos for that, you know, that's something that's a little bit more niche. So I think I'd continue streaming, honestly, if VR chat got kicked. Honestly, it might make my job a little bit easier, because there's only so much dancing and so much chapping you can do in VR chat until I get exhausted, you know. So
that's right. I mean,
you know, it's nice to do things.
The thing with VR, like, I guess, how do you say this? Like, the whole VR thing, like headsets and games and stuff like that. I feel like right now, like, I would say because, I mean, I do that stuff too, more or less. And it's like, we're, like, limited, but quite a bit, because, like, even though, like, it's must spread, not really must spread, like, but, like, how do I say this? Even though a lot of people have these headsets, it's not really normalized as like other consoles, right? Like as PS4, as Xbox, and stuff like that. And developers don't really want to like put too much time into making an actual good games for them. Although from time to time we see like some good games popping up, right? Like it would be, I don't know. I played Arizona Sunshine the other day, the DLC at the released. Yeah, that was pretty fun. Or there was like this like fun. Game, like it was like kind of minimalistic, but it was good. It was called The American Dream. That was pretty fun too.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah,
it's actually pretty fun to play. I would highly recommend just playing it on stream. It's just like they're just memeing about like gun culture, almost like in US, but like more in a fun way.
All right.
It's more in a fun way than like in a way of like, oh, guns kill people. No, it's more like they're just like memeing like, what if like everything that you do like was just like had to do with guns and stuff. Okay.
Oh, okay. Like you buttered your bread or butter your toast with like a gun or something.
Yes. Okay, you have to play.
All right.
There are some scenes that are fucking fantastic. I highly recommend next time you like decide to play something, play that shit. It's very funny.
All right.
Okay. So back to VR chat. So,
right.
I don't know, like, you met like a lot of friends through VR chat, right? Like that's pretty normal, right? And I mean, you hang out with them and stuff like that. Wait, you are going to TwitchCon, right?
Yes, I am going to TwitchCon.
What are you gonna buy me?
What do you want?
I mean, I don't know. Wait, I have a list. I gotta check it. Give me a second. I gotta check my list. Give me a sec. I don't know if I have you on the list or not. Okay, wait. Jake. Oh, I don't have you on my list. I mean, you already got me shirts, so I don't wanna. Do you wanna get me a TwitchCon bag?
Yeah, I could probably get you a TwitchCon bag.
Okay, good. I'll mark that down later.
Alright.
Okay, Jakey, well, unfortunately I'm out of questions because I'm fucking dumb. I should have prepared for this better. But I just wanted to see like a test run of this. And see if I can actually handle this, because I know you would handle this, because all you have to do is just answer questions. And thank you very much for, being here and doing so. Next time, I'll try to invite you in future too. If I continue doing this, I'm not sure. No, I should be fine. But and but I'll be prepared better for this kind of shit next time. All right?
Yeah, no problem. I mean, you can always take some questions from chat if you wanted to run this a little bit longer.
Wait, we can do that. Okay.
I'm just saying.
They don't give a
I
shit.
got chat right here.
Chat. Ask chat. Okay, boys. Chat. Okay, we can have like a little chat time, I guess. Chat.
Yeah, that's fine.
You have 10 minutes. Can I meet
Ask for a
him?
lap dance.
No. Miguel asks, can I meet you? Well, can he meet
I mean,
you?
I can go to like a public, like your
No.
world or something like that.
He does a lot of loot stuff. He wants like private one-on-one session.
Oh, maybe if I get to know them a little better, but maybe not.
Maybe not. Okay.
We'll see. There we go.
Chad been asking questions from the beginning. Okay, type them now. What's the weirdest experience you had on VR? There you go.
Let's see. The weirdest experience that I've had in VR. It wasn't in VR. This is probably my most awkward experience. And it dealt with VR, but I haven't had a lot of weird experiences in VR besides for like the usual looting and stuff like that. Like, I mean, that's almost like commonplace like content for VR chat, you know? So I can't really like use that. But I had this moment where my roommate was moving out, and well, no, I have two moments like this now, but I'll talk about the most awkward one. So my roommate who moved in had his girlfriend over, and they both knew what I did, but his girlfriend had their friend over, and they were sitting in the dining area. So I didn't know where they were at. They were standing in the dining area or something like that, and I'm in the living room. There's like an archway that leads to like the dining room and the living room, so you can see directly through it, and I was streaming. So I was hanging out with Bonfire, and Bonfire was like, he was like, hey, get on the ground or whatever like that and just stay there. I was like, okay. So he did a backflip and then he landed in like a position.
I get it.
You know?
Like a
so then
position.
I was like, so then I did a backflip and I immediately dropped to the ground and I like lifted my legs up in that position to like meet that or whatever like that, and we started like laughing. But so what they saw in real life was me dropping to the floor and immediately legs spread in the air, and they're like, and as I'm being a girl in VR chat, so because I still had the voice and everything going on too, and like they were like mortified apparently. So that was that was awkward.
Wait, did you move out?
That's probably my weirdest. So I still have the same roommate, and I have my other same roommate, but now I have this part of the new apartment that let me see, where am I at? Let's see.
Oh, you have more room, I remember.
My bedroom's over there, my desktop's there, and I'm in the middle of my room here, so like, you know, and then, so I have like this whole space. I can walk out to one of those tripods right now if I wanted to. So I have a decent amount of space.
Somebody, I was there, XD, what do you mean? Oh, somebody said I was there, XD. I guess like they saw it.
Oh, yeah, they probably saw it then.
Okay, somebody asked
earlier. Very
earlier.
awkward.
Did you ever get like maybe like boy or like a guy, maybe a girl, I don't know, to not really, I guess fall in love with you or like you, I guess. I mean,
so there's whenever I used to trap people a lot more earlier into this, and I used to do it off stream more so I could be more lewd and not have to worry about bans or anything like that. But I would always record it in case I would use that footage later down the road for like a YouTube video or something. So I had this one guy who was like with this one girl, and I was really good friends with the girl. And I suggested that we should start a harem. And for like 10-15 minutes, he was like all about it. And then, like, I was like, oh, I'm just so happy that, you know, you allow men into your harem. And like, and then broke him down. He immediately disconnected. He was out, just haven't talked to him since. Like, he unfriended me, everything. So I literally think like I became like his best friend in that like amount of time. Like I'm sure he was like super like. This is where I start feeling bad about trapping people and why I haven't done it in a while. A lot of people who play this game are not very social. So I'm very social, and I take advantage of that by putting people into situations that they're not used to or comfortable with, especially with flirting, because a lot of people in VR chat aren't used to that kind of social,
interaction.
Interaction. So, I kind of take advantage of that, and I think that's where traps really, because like when you want it to be a girl, it'll be a girl, and that's the thing. It's like as they look like a girl, as they sound like a girl, you can really take advantage of that, and that's why I haven't done it in a while. But yeah, I think just him, knowing him for that 10 to 15 minutes, just rip.
Oh,
F in the chat.
Ask for a left dance.
Respect. God.
Wait, ask what
Vbot
console?
has been asking.
What? What did you bought? Ask for a lap dance. I know, dude. Shut. Jesus Christ. I mean,
Yeah,
I kind of wanted to ask this, but like not really. It was like, oh, like did you game prior? Like you probably did. Right? Everyone just like starts somewhere.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
No, I mean I can give you a quick summary
Sure.
of stuff, I guess. So I started streaming. I streamed.
Wait, you did
4 or 5 years
I didn't
ago.
ask that. So you did stream
Right.
before VR chat.
Yes, but I didn't stream enough to really get anywhere. Like I wasn't even an affiliate. I think I streamed for about a month, about 4 or 5 years ago, where like before they even had like the affiliate like steps or like even the partner program. So like before like all that, so you basically had to apply for affiliate just to apply. Same thing with partner. Like you didn't have like any set goals that you had to reach or anything. But I streamed back then, and I played some PS1 titles. I did like some emulation and stuff like that. I played like a bunch of random titles. I played a lot of Halo 5 at the time because it recently came out, and I loved its competitive breakout mode. So I was like, oh, this is really fun, and this is something that I can stream, and people like competitive games. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. So I did that for a little bit. But I did a lot of Photoshop streams where I would make at the time I made a lot of stream overlays for people. It's not as big in VR chat, but in other games where you keep your donation bar at the top, your name,
I know
decent followers, I made those, and
I made those.
yeah. So I mean, I guess that's a good segue into like my like career too, since you
I mean, that was 4 or 5 years ago. How is that like? Okay, look. So that was 4 or 5 years ago, right? Then you stopped, right? You started like a real job where you were like, "Fuck this shit. I'm not getting any viewers.
I went to school.
This is dumb."
Yeah. So I had like 30 followers or something like that, and most of them were just people I knew. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So so then I stopped, and I started streaming again, whenever I started playing VR chat, because I didn't start streaming because I should stream. Like I was like, oh, I want to stream so bad, whatever. I started streaming because I built up a community that's still around now, that I still hang out with occasionally here and there. Not as much because I'm just not in VR chat as much anymore. But I started up a community of maybe like 50 to 100 people, and they're like, hey, you should start streaming. And so I made the Discord, Twitch Discord, and I started streaming, and it's ever since I got to like 300 to 400 followers, that's when I met Force, and that's whenever I joined the team a little bit after that, and then kind of everything's blown up since then. I think it was like 500 followers as soon as I met Force from them, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then it's just blown up since then, and it's been a really fun time, and I enjoy every second of it. Really, I do. Like, I love our community, and I love everything that's going on with it. So, but yeah, I did stream prior, and but really, I didn't start like successfully streaming until like 4 months ago.
I feel you, dude.
4 or 5. So
streaming WoW raids is probably the most fucking boring shit you can do, and I did that. Yes. Okay. Oh boy. What are you doing when you... Wait, what do you mean? Questions,
Like what
boys.
do I do in
No,
my free time?
I think like this is
Maybe.
just...
Alright.
Has J4key met Ressa, Skater, and or Tosha? Who are they?
VR Trapman and Reese's are also traps that are very popular on YouTube.
Oh, VR Trapman. I know VR Trapman.
VR Trapman hangs out in my chats quite a bit. And I have met Reese's, and we're actually, I've mentioned it so many times, but I don't even think it's like a secret or anything. I'm supposed to do a collab video with the both of them. So look forward to that whenever. Yeah, I think maybe like group trapping. I don't know. It's being a trap is a lot more believable when you have a girl or another trap there with you, because then it like solidifies that person is the girl. I think
when somebody else is saying that, oh, this is a girl, and then when a girl is saying that this is a girl, you know, you're like, oh, it's a girl, even though you know it's not. 3 traps in a room. Oh boy. Can I get like 3 more traps in this room right here? Like there and there? Boy, oh boy.
Boy, oh boy.
Okay, he meant, what are you playing when you're not playing VR chat? I mean, you already answered that. You're like, you play like other, like Overwatch and like other games and shit like that, right? I mean, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, no, for the most part, it's whatever I'm playing with the gang, you know, something like that, or, what I usually do is I work on, textures for models, and I also do other kind of design-related stuff, so I kind of do more of that in my free time, other than, like, playing games. I mean, I've been playing a lot of games more recently since I haven't been streaming as much. Like I've been like trying to get my schedule consistent now, where I'm not like, you know, but most of the time I find myself in VR chat at the end of the day anyways, because, you know, I love the social experience you get, you know, being in it and talking to people and meeting people, and, you know, I just really like that. You don't get that in other games. So
that's true. I mean, it is first and foremost like a social game, right? And then it's like everything else.
Definitely.
I mean, then it's like whatever people make out of it. Like whether it will be a fucking shitty Knuckles meme or I don't know, just going around being naked
or like stealing gold shooter or something. You know, it's like all the little games inside of it are fun too, you know.
Somebody said,
or the horror stuff.
If you got a time limit for how long you trap someone. I don't even know what that means. Like, do you have like a
like how far will I take it, I think is the question.
Yeah.
You know, it really depends. The last time I trapped someone was actually just last week, and I did it on stream, and I think I maybe only took it to about 10 to 15 minutes because the guy was only in VR chat for a week. Like, this is what I get to know about this person. I found out in what location they lived, like somewhere near and around like that area. I found out what their job was, what they were doing with their spare time, their hobbies and whatnot. And I talked like a little bit of real talk about things, but like not a lot, just, you know, he was having a hard time. And then I found out that he's not a very social individual, which is why his friend suggested VR chat a week prior, and he's only been playing VR chat for about a week. So as this woman approaches and starts talking, and I asked him out on like a little date, and we kind of talked, and then we had people that were actually amazing because I was in a public pug, and I had people there that were like amazing at role playing. So like someone role played, they came up and like they, you know, took our order and stuff like that, and we were just having a wonderful time, you know. And I was like, I've really enjoyed this time with you, but I just can't keep this up any longer. I don't want to lie to you. I'm a man. I'm a guy, and I really enjoyed this time with you, though. I was like, thank you so much. And like everyone around us is like, oh, and he's like, you got me, man, you got me. He's like, that was a lot of fun. I'm never gonna forget this. So I also teach people never to trust women in VR chat.
Don't trust women on VR chat. Oh boy.
Fuck. It's probably a guy.
I mean, I've learned one thing where it's like, just don't trust mutes. Like, period. Just don't trust them.
Yeah, like I know quite a few mutes that like I actually know that are girls, but like yeah, I don't trust mutes either. I don't even trust girls sometimes. It's like, are you sure you're not a trap? Or please tell me. It doesn't like to me actually at this point in like this far into VR chat and the entire experience overall, it doesn't matter what you are, and I always call people out as like their character's gender or like something like that. I never like to this point is a lot easier to do that.
Dude, I do he and she all the time. Like I don't even use pronouns correctly anymore when I do avatars. I've been doing fucking Astolfo today.
Oh, I heard.
It's a he, but I was calling it she and he like on at random times. I mean, I don't fucking know.
Yeah. God,
Yes, question. Okay. Wait, okay, there's a question. Were you ever drunk in VR chat, or do you have any funny stories with drunk people on VR chat? Oh boy, this is getting fucking...
Well, the team and myself like to on weekends generally if someone's hit like a milestone or someone's got like partnered, for instance, like just last night we didn't do it in VR chat because we were playing a different game, but well, we played Grand Theft Auto last night, but we always like to get together, we all buy alcohol and we all just hang out, you know, and generally we hang out in like a VR chat world. We have someone who like organizes a bunch of worlds that we can jump through and explore and stuff like that, but we usually just get pretty smashed, and then once we get bored we spread drunken kinetic members throughout the VRC community. Jesus. And it's just a disaster. It sounds just as bad as I made it. Like
wait, you were drinking yesterday, right? Yes,
I was drinking yesterday. So, but we were playing Grand Theft Auto. I was, no, I managed myself pretty well. So I know to drink a lot of water and stuff like that, and you know, I usually don't have a hangover. So
okay.
I do have like a very sore throat today though, which is good that I don't have to be a trap for this like podcast thing.
There's like a little personal thing because I know. I mean, Subs is asking this because, I mean, he has a GF2, and you don't have to answer this,
but... I saw it.
Yeah, how do you find time, like, managing, like, VR chat and your girlfriend? You know, like, I remember there was, like, a time when you were kind of, like... You remember, right? And
yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah.
So... I'm lucky and unlucky in saying that that my girlfriend and I currently have a long distance relationship, and I mean we live 3 hours away from one another, so it's not too long of a distance, but neither of us have cars, okay? Like I'm holding off getting a car until I can like afford one. Like I can't afford more monthly payments right now, like on anything. So like paying for insurance for my car and different like bills for that. It's like I couldn't keep up with that, you know?
Plus you have to buy a car itself too, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like you don't even like with all that, yeah. So and the reason why I say I'm unlucky is because I don't get to spend every day with her. As I would very much appreciate doing so. But I'm lucky in the sense that since I'm not spending every day with her, I have a lot of free time to myself to do whatever I want. So I mean, that has gotten me into problems, though, because I've spent too much time in VR chat then, and not enough time talking to her, especially being long distance. She wants to talk and everything, and that, you know, I totally understand that, and I was being very unfair to her in the beginning of my streaming career. So where I would focus all my time in the streaming, and even like my first month that I streamed, I had like 120 hours of streaming, and then my second month I had like 98 to 100 or something like that, but then like I started lowering that to being like every other day, and you know, trying to make time where like even right now I told her, I was like, hey, I have to do something right now because today I don't stream, so I'm talking to her for like most of the day. So I told her about this, and she's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. She's like, just hit me up afterwards, you know. She's like, but do remember today is Sunday. And I was like, yeah, no, it's all good, I'll let you know whenever I'm done, so because this is the only thing I'm doing today. Well, I got something to do with the CC later, but that won't be. I think I can do that in desktop. So, but yeah, it's hard, but just remember to always give your girlfriend attention, because that's like the number one thing that they always want and need. It's like, even if it's just a little bit, show your appreciation, and really show them that you do care about them. Because if you don't, then if you're spending all this time elsewhere, like in VR chat, for instance, and not giving them equal attention, they're gonna, feel very left out and unloved. And, you don't want to do that to them, because then, they won't be around.
They would just think that you're
anymore. So.
They would just think that you're like something like VR chat is more important than her, I guess, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
bad.
you don't want to do that.
Fucking feels bad in the chat.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking. No fun. Having a GF in first place, yeah, boys. I mean, you have to have a GF first, to give her.
It is. I apologize if you do not.
God damn it, dude. I mean, I just kind of thought about myself right now. I'm like, fuck, dude. I stream like 9 hours a day and giving like every day too. So, like if I had a GF, fuck me, dude. Attention.
Yeah, it's very hard.
I would have to tone
one of the
it
best
down.
suggestions that I was gonna say, one of the best suggestions that I can give to people that stream, especially for like a living, is that the best people that you can get with are other people that stream. Because if you're with someone who isn't a part of this culture, streaming, VR chat, anything like that, they don't understand that, as much as you're playing games, it's still a job,
Yeah, I mean, I really don't like calling like streaming a job in itself, because it's like, I don't know, like...
I'm saying more of
I understand
how
what
you have
mean.
to treat it, the responsibility.
You have to be responsible with, that's very true. You have to be very responsible with whether it be schedule or what you do or how you do it, right? You can't just be like, oh, I'm just gonna play this shitty ass fucking game, like, because I like it, even though like probably 90% of you don't fucking like it at all. It's not really like that.
Yeah.
Right? You can't really do that.
Right.
So you have to find like a medium where like you like it and they like it too, right? So yeah, you have to be responsible, even in that regard. That is true. That is very true. Says the guy that makes models whole day. Okay. I mean, I say that because like, I mean, we all know that like, actually this is not about me, it's not about you. Okay, next question.
Right.
It's like a service job kind of. Oh, fucking it's like a service job, Ad Friendly says. Maybe I should invite Ad next time. No, I want, dude, I want some drama on this shit, dude. I need some drama on this shit, dude. I heard some spicy shit that's going on around. Oof. I can actually, maybe you know something about this, and this will be like a hint for like future show or something like that. So.
All right.
So there are some people that are doing some illegal stuff with underage kids. I'm not talking about like something like I'm talking about like in VR chat. Like this is what I heard. They're forcing like underage person onto like, way, how do I say this? Way older people basically to do some kind of lewd stuff with them on VR chat. So.
Oh, yeah. I have heard about this very, very lightly, but I have heard about it. Yeah, it's definitely a weird situation, and I think it's
Why do you think it's happening? Is it because like they want content out of this, or like what like I'm talking about? I mean, this is the kind of situation like I heard that this is the kind of situation like he said that he said situation. So we don't know for sure, right? We need to hear both sides.
Right.
But from what I know and from what you know, and I'm pretty sure we're talking about the same thing. What do you think, like, what are they benefiting off of with this, right? Like, the people that are doing this? Because there doesn't seem to be any benefit other than them just pushing this person onto, older people to loot with them. Like...
Yeah, I really don't know what there is to gain besides for a big fat ban. But...
It's not just
like, I
banned,
really
dude. It's
don't know.
fucking illegal, dude. Like you
Oh,
can
no,
go
it's
to fucking
illegal.
jail.
Oh no, yeah, I know that. I'm just like, I really don't know what there is to gain, and I think it's really dumb to keep it up, especially with people that know now, and especially it's spreading like this about, like, it's just kind of fucked up, man. But at the same time, you gotta think that the person. I mean, I can understand being forced into doing something that you're not comfortable with, but at the end of the day, you know, it's your choice. You're not physically being forced
like,
to do this.
Okay, forced was maybe like a manipulated. Manipulated is a better word.
Manipulated, yeah. Well, they still do it, so that's the other thing. So both parties, like I'm someone who always looks at both both.
Obvious, you have to look at the
spectrums,
both
I guess,
stories.
you know, yeah. So I feel like, you know, them manipulating this individual isn't obviously the best thing they could do, but this individual allowing themselves to be manipulated and going for it. This is the thing, like I know little about the situation,
It's like weird,
so it's
yeah.
more of me speculating. It's very
I'm
weird.
speculating as well, dude. Like I know.
So,
I mean, I've heard some names. I'm not gonna name them, but when I heard them, I was like, why these people though? They, like, at first sight you would think like they don't even have anything to do with this. Like, why are they doing this kind of shit?
Yeah. It doesn't make too much sense to me, and I don't think it makes sense to anyone who knows. You know, it's a very weird situation. And
Carriable
something that
tweeted
we
about it
definitely
actually. That's how I heard about it. You know, Carriable?
Yeah.
She tweeted, and
yeah,
then
I saw that too.
yeah, and then I responded to her tweet, and somebody else actually contacted me, and I'm not gonna name his name as well, obviously, and they said that like there's like this and this and this person, and they're involved into doing something like this, which is technically illegal in IRL. I mean, it's VR chat still, like you can't really say that, like, I mean, unless like it crosses the border where the person just goes for IRL kind of stuff, but still, right?
Yeah, it's still a very weird situation to put anyone in, and I think it's even for everyone in VR chat, and that's one of those moments there that could ruin it for everyone. Like that's one of those moments there that could
exactly. And I don't know why I don't
can't
like
do that.
I mean, like, I was thinking about this, like are these people again doing it for their benefit? But there is nothing to benefit off. You will just get yourself banned, and maybe the whole game with it, because this can end up being like one of those, you know, one of those scandalous like things, or like, oh, like this person, you know, he got into this thing, and then something happened, and you know, now the kid is, I don't know, who fucking knows, right?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I think we're gonna be done. Yeah. Feels bad, and nobody subbed.
Feels bad.
It's fine, dude. Anyways, boys, we are done. Thank you very much, J4key, for being here. This was a test run. I do apologize for not being more prepared than I should have. I will try to but I will do this better for future. But yeah, thank you very much for being with us. Thank you for being honest. You're a very great guy, a great trap, a okay dancer.
Oh, thanks. No problem. Yeah, I get you.
Door is right there. Get the fuck out.
Of course. Sign off.
You can't even open it up. All right, boys. Thank you guys for watching. Oh fuck, he actually left. Jeez, how did you? Okay, let me. Okay, what the fuck? Fuck. Okay, fuck. I'm trying to manipulate this. Give me a second. Oh. I don't see. Can't wait for the next. Dude, we'll see, dude.